Hey everyone, it's Kasia from Taramap. Look, this is my shop. It's a driver that drives around and brings stuff to the villagers here. So since I'm a country girl now, you know, this is all exciting. Okay, today we're going to go for a little walk around my country side. So I'm going to show you around, and I'm going to also play with deck of wonder walking. She's creating a new Kickstarter for the deck and for the journal, so I wanted to remind you of this beauty, because I know a lot of you have this deck, but also a lot of you couldn't get it because it went out of print. And now Amy is she has gathered her strength, you know, and she's going to do a Kickstarter campaign. So if anybody wanted the deck of wonder walking, you can get it soon. I think her campaign starts on July 5th. So here's where I live. So just to make you, so there's my house, and then we have a couple of roads here. So welcome Hecate. I love these flowers right now, these field flowers. They created like this cutest, you know, like fairy-like landscape. There's a couple of roads actually. So this one just leads into the fields. There's a lot of flowers out there. Here we have these gorgeous flowers. They kind of connected to comfrey. Bees they love those flowers. So they are actually apparently very relaxing. You can make tea out of those, and I have like dried a couple of them. They grow abundantly outside my house as well. So let's just move this way. And I just realized, you know, how safe we feel in a shopping center compared to how a little bit out of place we do feel in nature. How every little sound or a net, you know, like the spider web or anything really makes us go, or at least it freaks me out. And I guess it takes time to feel more at home in nature, specifically when we live in the cities, you know, and when you suddenly move out of the city, it just becomes like a new standard, right? And it's just something to be mindful of. But I'm surprised, because I used to go to nature so often, you know, and I love being in nature, and yet I just realized, like, when I'm actually in nature, like all the time, I freak out at the slightest sound, or, you know, too many ants or something. So yeah, it's quite interesting to watch. I just can't believe how fucking jumpy I am. It's crazy. Okay, I thought like somewhere here will be nice. We have all those birches growing there. There is a little field. We came from there. I want to be out of the sun, but there's this beautiful kind of peaceful looking field. I love how the wind moves the grass. So let's just sit here. Okay, the camp is set, and I want to talk to you about the Explorer's Journal by Amy T. Won. So Amy has created this beautiful deck for wonder walking, and I have a couple of videos with this. I have a couple of vlogs with this when I walk with these cards in the city. So you can watch the review of all the cards of this deck on my channel, of course. I will link it below or somewhere in the corner here, so you can click on it if you don't know this deck. Just to show you a couple of cards, this is a very unique deck. As you can see, it's quite, that's the other way around, abstract. Some cards are more abstract than others. It's more like watercolors. Amy created this while walking through nature, and she also has created this beautiful journal to help us create and connect deeper to the world around us. So when you get the deck, it comes with this pamphlet where you have 4 realms of enchantment, and the 4 realms are connected to elements, and there is all the cards that are associated with a specific realm. So in the journal, and Amy, as I said, is creating a Kickstarter when you can get the journal and the deck. It was out of print for a while, now it's coming back to life. So I also have an interview with Amy, which I'm going to link below and link it somewhere here as well for you. But the book is quite heavy, at least that version that I have, you know, it's hardcover. It's fucking beautiful watercolors, beautiful photography. Amy's an artist, so, you know, she's done like really gorgeous work in this journal. So it is a journal because you have spaces for writing in it, but I don't know, I just never really felt inclined to write in it. It's just somehow maybe somewhat too beautiful to write in it, but I'm sure, you know, Amy's intention was for people to just like mess it up. So if you feel like it, go for it. What's in the journal, you get magical world. So you have beautiful introduction. Amy writes also really soulfully. You have couple of like, you know, Wonder Walk, what to bring on Wonder Walk, and the 4 realms of enchantment. So those 4 realms which I showed you from the little pamphlet that create a labyrinth. She of course expands on them in the booklet and gives them, you know, more space than she could in the pamphlet. So in chapter 4, 5, 6 and 7 she goes over each of the realms, and how that looks is that when you have like let's say a card in the realm, you have the name of the card here, and you get description, you have interpretation, you have realm symbolism that fits into this card. Observe this on your Wonder Walk. So she gives you some suggestions how you can actually practically use this card during your walking. And then you have cool activities to try, and they're really cool, very creative. For example, in Flora Habitat, that's what we opened by chance, she says, over the next 2 weeks, walk the natural plant habitats around you to observe the types of plants that thrive in that area. Creative challenge: create a colorful watercolor map of the plant habitats in your area and draw in the native flora found in them. Native Flora Walk. Head out on a Wonder Walk to study and celebrate the native plants around you. Alternatively, visit a nearby botanical gardens and so on. Gifts from nature. This is a fun activity for connecting to native plants and their gifts. Choose one of the activities to try out. Pressed flowers, plant curio cabinet, natural plant-based crafts, botanical illustrations, foraging plants for food, mandalas and so on. And then you have prompts for journaling. So for example, what is your favorite native plant when you live? Why? If you were a tree, which tree would you be? Why? What are some ways you enjoy engaging with plants? How can you improve your relationship with the plant kingdom? Describe 3 ideas or actions you implement. And then also she has some related cards that can be coupled with this particular card that you pull. And that goes over all the realms. So after the introduction, you have all these beautiful, in-depth, creative prompts around all the cards. And then at the end, there is wonder rhythms and rituals. So a little chapter on different card spreads that you can use with the deck, with the cards, and then also walking through seasons, which I found that's really cute. And she gives you an example of 4 seasons and what she did and how she experienced this. There's also understanding how you explore with the deck and creating a wonder walking circle with friends and so on. You also get biography resources that she used for the deck. So it's a really cool book and journal. I'm chose to, like write in my own journal just because it's quite big and quite heavy to actually carry around you. But whenever I use the deck, I choose to read, from the journal and do some of the activities that Amy suggests. So why don't we pick one of the cards and see if we can explore the surroundings today with me in my new home that I just am getting to know, to be honest. I don't know yet. I'm still a bit unsettled. It's really fascinating, to see how much the city actually separates you from the natural world. And even though I was one of the people who often went out into nature, it's different when you kind of have to just be part of nature and suddenly you're like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, interesting. And then you walk into a shopping center and you're like, oh, this is my forest. This is where I feel safe. It smells good. It has all the lights. Nothing will attack me here. It's so weird. I'm like fascinated by this. But anyway, deck for wonder walking. Let's just pick one card. What do we have? Bum ba da dum down. Dawn. So dawn. We kind of in the midday here, but so when I look at the little pamphlet which you get with the deck, dawn finds itself in the realm of influence. So the realm of influence, as Amy states in her journal, the influence realm is the domain of thinking, reasoning, and the intellect. It corresponds with the air element, so would be like, swords in tarot. Cards in this realm invite an active yang study of your world. These wonder walks are meant to immerse you in specific subjects and environments that inform, influence, and illuminate your own understanding of the world. So we in the realm of thinking with dawn, and dawn in the little pamphlet just says, dawn is not just the rising of the sun, but a beginning, an emergence, a new day. What comes alive at this time? So for me, symbolically, of course, this is kind of where I am right now. This is my dawn. This is my new beginning. This is my full card, or maybe I'm moving from the full into the magician right now. So look at the card. It's dawn. The light is coming in. It kind of has this magical quality to it. Let's see what the journal tells us that the little pamphlet didn't. Okay, so if we see dawn, she's a tabula rasa, a chance for do-overs, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed possibility. So that's the quotation that we get with the card. And dewdrops glistening on leaves, a lazy early morning mist, the hushed hum of the world slowly waking up. Dawn steals my breath every daybreak. I actually have to wake up once early enough. So then we have this little description. It's very poetic, very beautiful. And then we get interpretation. So it says morning, daybreak, fresh beginning, tabula rasa, clean slate, possibility, hope, epiphany, clarity, realization. Realm symbolism is the air, intellect, thinking. How could dawn enhance your walk? Observe this on your wonder walk as the next section in the journal. How does walking in the early hours of dawn different from other times of the day? How is the blue twilight hour just before the sun rises distinct from the similar one just after sunset? Observe what around you is to waking up. Do you hear the chirping morning birds? Observe the quality of light. More scene, activities to try, camping trip, early morning picnic. Describe recent time you experienced the magic of dawn a long time ago. So this is inspiring. I'm going to try and wake up one morning to just experience dawn again. What's your favorite activity to do first thing in the morning at the break of the dawn? I guess I like my relaxing mornings, you know, so I wake up and I like my coffee and I like my breakfast and I like to either read something or watch something. Often now these days I sit on my terrace and just observe what's happening in nature. I observe our neighbors feeding their cows. Yeah, that's my new life, you know. But let's walk around just for a couple of minutes and see if we can see, if I can spot something new that I haven't seen yet. Oh my God, this looks amazing. Look at this. This is new dawn. I want this butterfly to open their wings. Look at the color combination. Oh, it's so orange, it's crazy, and looks so gorgeous with this purple. Look at this. Ah, this is the dawn we were looking after. So beautiful. Come on, butterfly, show us your wings. Ah, look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, another one. So cute. So I keep walking. Let's just see where it takes me. Not totally sure. I should be joining a road that's also leading to my house, I think. Unless I'm lost and I have no idea where I'm going. But let's see. So here we are. This is where Kasia lives right now. So here we have a couple of houses in this village. There's like 60 people living here. There's no shop, there's a field. Nobody lives in this house. There's one more house behind that. We have our neighbors here, they're farmers. They live here ongoingly and for most of their lives. A couple of more houses over there. But yeah, that's us. And this is where we came from. So thanks for sticking with me for this lengthy video. And I speak to you soon.